Welcome to learn the algorithm with me together. Today let's take a look at this problem 442, find all the duplicates in an array. And we will be given an integer array numbers of the length n, where all the integers numbers are in the range of the 1 to n, and each integer appears only once or twice. And then we need to return an array of all the integers that appears twice. And also there's a constraint that we have to write an algorithm that runs in constant time and use only constant extra space. And now let's here take a look at this as example. We have this numbers array. Now which is the duplicate one? Of course, if you are not thinking about the constant extra space, probably we will use a hash set, and then we go through the whole array and put each of the numbers into this hash set. I mean, always I'm thinking that we use a box to collect all the numbers. For example, like when we are going through this, we will put this number. Can put these numbers into array. We'll put 4 and then go to the another one. Three, right? And then we'll put the 3 into it, and then move to next is 2. We will put 2 into it, and then move to 7. We'll add 7 into it, etc. We'll put all until we make like 2 again. We can check if the box is already have the 2, right? And if already contains it, we just add it to our result. So we use this box who can check the number whether we already have it. We can use a set because a set is make all the numbers in make all the objects in this box always appears once. But now it says only constant extra space. So now probably we don't use this box. And also if we are not using set, we can use a map, like the key is the number and the value is the counting. Like when we see the key value, see the number, and then we can add it to our value to update it as 1, 2, 3, or 4, right? And now when we are thinking about hash map, also because this number is in the range of 1 to n, probably we don't need the hash map. We can just use array as the map, because when we are using the hashing technique, we can use the hash map or just the integer array as a map, or not integer array, just use the array. And this array, like for example, when we are moving to this number, so now let's also add the index here so we can easy to understand which one I'm talking about, right? When we are going to 4, we can probably say make the number 4 as the index, and then make its index, the number on its index, as the minus number, right? Because if it's not duplicate, it means we will make all this number as a negative number. But if it is duplicate, or we have already seen this before, we can check, okay, this number is already negative number, so we add the current number to the result. And also we need to think about as what about the number is just n, like the n is the length of the numbers array, like 8, but we don't have an index 8, right? And since the range is 1 to n, we can just make the index as 0 to n minus 1, right? So it means that if we make the number got the numbers from here, right? And we can just flip the index, make the index as the number minus 1, so that it won't be out of the boundary on the array. For example, like we can make the 4, it's not flip on the index 4, we can flip it on the index 3, and then move to 3, like its index should be 2, right? So after we're doing all of this, like for example, come to here, the 2, because we will probably meet the negative number, so we have to make it as a positive number. So we will flip on 1 in this 7, and we can flip on the 6, and then go to 8, we can flip on here the index 7, because 8 minus 1 is 7, and then all right here, so when we do 2 is 1, we already made it. And now that's what we said. If the number of the index already less than 0, already flip it, we can just add this index, or I can say number, to the result, right? If not, we can flip it as negative number. And if we go to here 3, already made it before, we add it to result, and 1 to 1, this will be the index 0. All right, and now we can see we already found all the duplicate numbers. This is how I solve this problem. We already add 2 and add 3. This is the duplicate numbers. Yeah, and also let's take a look at how we return. We return as a list, so that's good. Integer, use result, new array list, so it would be more flexible. We don't care about like how many numbers we will find. If we find 1, just add it into it, it will extend it for us. And now start to go through the whole arrays. Because we care about the index, so we use the I equals to 0 start the loop, right? And now we are getting the number first. All right, and also make it as a positive numbers I, and then we are checking the index minus 1. If it's smaller than 0, we will just add result, add this number to our result. If not, we can flip this number, like number minus 1. We can how flip, just multiple by the minus 1, and then we return the result. In any corner case, first I'm thinking what's the length of the numbers. Yeah, it will more than if there are any constraint. So if there is no numbers here, we just return the result. We don't have to do the rest of the calculation, right? Yeah, it doesn't say that, so let's make a constraint like if the number's length is equal to 0, we can just return the result. Okay, let's run it. Cool. In any other corner case, yeah, I cannot come up with another, so just submit it. Good. So all the test cases passed. And hope you are already learned about how we are finding the duplicates using the hashing technique. And the hashing is not only apply with the hash set or hash map, we can also use the integer array and as our hash map. Okay, thanks for watching.